Hello, dear learners. Hello, dear everybody. Okay, I'm Mr. Ganame Inusa, an English teacher from Upper 6th Form D, Terminal D. And we are here for new sessions entitled Genetically Modified Organism. Then first, I'm going to read the text and read also the questions and also proceed by giving answer to the different questions. So let's read first the text. Text: genetically modifies morals. Present European Union's policies restrict imports of genetically modified food and the release of genetically engineering living organisms into the environment. Revisions under discussion will allow modified imports, but requires that they be labeled as such. In Europe, where agricultural landscapes and local products are highly valued, experience with mad cow disease has heightened distrust of large-scale industrialized farming. U.S. officials' consensus attitudes are irrational and that European Union's regulations are not based on scientific evidence. When they declined U.S. genetically modified food aid, Southern African governments had some concerns. One was the possible health risk of consuming unprocessed modified corn, which is not a major part of U.S. diet. The other was the unknown consequences of releasing modified corn into ecosystem in South Africa, where corn is the main staple grain. Until these concerns could be addressed, African governments asked the United States to follow food program guidelines by providing funds to purchase locally preferred foods as other donors countries did. The U.S. arguments that such policies are immoral takes has given that modified crops have been proven to be free of health or environmental hazards. It also presumes that modified crops would reduce African hunger because they yield more than conventional varieties. In fact, average yields from currently available modified food crops seeds are slightly slower than yields of comparable non-modified varieties. This is not surprising because modified crops have been designed mainly to deal with pest problems, not to produce more food. Crop genetic engineering is a long way from developing varieties that could produce more food under African conditions. In addition, the question of environmental risk is proven more vexing than enthusiasts of genetic modification first thought. Some scientists worry that synthetic genes and the products may damage soil microbes and other organisms that keep agro-ecosystem productive. Until such ecological problems have been solved, countries may reasonably prefer not to accept genetically modified seeds. The U.S. Department of Agriculture, the Agency for International Development, and the Trade Representative's Office have nonetheless made the promotion of genetically modified crops a policy priority. The United States has fought hard against the Cartagena Protocol on base safety. a global treaty that will give countries the option to decline genetically modified seeds imports if they are shown to pose ecological or socio-economic risk. By Kathleen McAfee from International Herald Tribune, June 13, 2003. Answer to the different questions. Reading comprehensions. Okay, genetically modify organism. Then between parentheses it's a GMO. Okay, a big one, comprehensions. Big A, vocabulary.